I remember one time we were at rehearsals for MBK, and it was like season 2, and we used to have our rehearsals at FAMU. One of our cast members and producers, James Bland, had like arranged that we had free access to their band room in the nighttime to have rehearsals. And I remember this one night, I'm in there, I'm rehearsing, and I used to I had like a format for my rehearsals where we would start off doing exercises, and I would let like Sheila Marie used to like to take the lead and lead like warm up exercises and and stuff that promotes chemistry amongst the cast. And we were working with a lot of people who weren't trained as actors as well, or they were budding actors and all that. So we would start our rehearsals with that usually, and then we would break out. I would break the groups out based on scene partners. And I remember this moment of me working with one of the smaller groups, and next thing I know, while I'm like giving them notes and stuff, I feel somebody's hand on my neck giving me a massage. And I look next to me, and it's Jared massaging my neck. In the moment, I felt weird by it, because that was, we didn't have a touchy relationship like that. We would dap each other up when we see each other, when we hug when we see each other, or when we're leaving each other, but that was the extent of it. I thought that was a very intimate act on his part, and he did it in front of people, which also was like kind of a mixed message thing. I don't know how to take that really. And there were other times that I remember I can remember being at his house. I was always at his house, and a couple times when we were done kind of talking business and we were just like shooting shit or talking about other topics or whatever that were going on with us, you know what I mean? Like, there was one time in particular I remember he was laying on his futon in his living room, and I was sitting across from him. There was the wall, and I was sitting against the wall, but I was like just like a couple feet from him on the futon, and he was laying on his stomach, and he was facing me off of his futon, and we're just talking. But I just remember, I'll never forget, like, I was just like looking at him in his eyes, and it was just like something in his eye that was like, I read it as sexual. Okay, I remember thinking, why he got that look in his eye at me right now? And it's late at night. I was pretty much about to get ready to go home, because that's how it would go. We would do our business, and then I would go home. And I just remember thinking in that moment, I was like, is he giving me that look, And at the time, I didn't want to believe that's what he was doing. And so I would like kind of like talk myself out of it or push the thought, because I was trying not to go there with him. If that's what he was trying to do, which I wasn't sure of, I wasn't going to go there. Like, I wasn't going to feed into it, but it definitely, in the moment, I remember interpreting it a certain way. And even in hindsight, I still see it the same way. There were other moments like that, There was the time where, he fell asleep in my bed, and I put this scene in my movie, actually, in Taxman, talking with the Taxman about poetry. And he came over my apartment one night,